In the forest one evening before dark was looming over the town, there was a very mysterious elf girl who was always playing the tune of her violin. Winter and his friend Rose never knew why. One day, Winter had enough coming to the forest to watch her in the distance every day. Instead, he actually went up and spoke to her. Her enchanted voice drew him closer. So enchanted and seductive he fell asleep in her arms. The girl sang even more that the animals came out and listened as she poured cold water on his forehead to soothe him. When he woke up, his eyes were tinted blue, showing that he was coming out of his shell to be himself and to be free. He thought to himself that this is new and that he never felt like this before. They were also blue because he was healed. She introduced herself as Eva. She told Winter that her power was enchanted singing and healing. Winter fell in love with her as she used her grappling hook. She took Winter to a tribe of elves. Winter told her that he was an elf too. They both had something in common and laughed and had giggles. The leader of the tribe was an elf who was an 8,500 years old man. He looked like he could be in his 40s, but he had long gray hair, but not very long. His grandparents blessed him to live for years. His power was to hypnotize people. He can get clumsy and accidentally hypnotize himself. He married and had a wife named Elena. To Rose's surprise, Elishur had 19 fingers and 47 toes. Elishur told Rose his ancestral story about his evil great-grandfather who betrayed his great-grandmother long ago and took over his tribe for years. His wife vowed black magic which killed his 4 brothers. Every elf in the clan who were born as boys had met the same terrible fate. Nobody survived, but one elf survived the matter with his pregnant wife Elena. They had a lot of children in the cave with each other. They've had over 14,000 children together. After giving them birth to them all in one day in July, she passed away dying in his arms from too much blood loss. Her husband tried to bring her back but nothing could work. She was gone, and he accepted that. Elishur built a new home in the cave, raising all of his children. The man had dwarfism from the moment he was born. His wife's spirit turned into a magical small fairy. She magically blessed her children with magical powers. One baby was cursed with such terrible curse. They say he could conjure ghosts just by calling their names. After a flower bloomed, he was born. He was the only child to not be born from his mother because she was lost. His older and younger siblings would falsely accuse him of having mice along his back and having sharp teeth. They also said that his room was dusty and too spooky. They would also say he has a super awfully not combed beard with rats and in it, and that if you went in he would want to hug you forever and never let you go. He would wait in the corner saying, "Here comes terror." Even his younger cousins would believe the rumors because they had never met him. This would worry his father so much that he'd run into the forest crying. He would call out for his wife, and her reflection would appear next to him. He would cry hard that he almost hypnotizes himself. Well, now you have met his youngest son. Meet little Tommy. He was only 6 years old and could possess such black magic. The black magic from his mother was accidental and was from his ancestors by force. Overprotective Elishur had to isolate him from the world to be protected from treating like a monster, but they were already doing it under his tongue. All of his siblings made fun of him, and say that his darkness is from a want and that no one would love him. Winter realizes that Elishur is his true father. They both reunite and bond. Embarrassed that he kissed a sister, he's forgiven anyway because at the end of the day that is his sister. No wonder she enjoyed singing on the rock in the forest. She was never there before. But why did she wait so long to show her talent? It was because she knew Winter's shy introverted nature. She was trying to tell Winter that she was a real